Hey everyone, this is Dean with DCA Crypto. Got a video for you guys on how to capitalize and make the most of this upcoming bull run. I want all of you out there to succeed and absolutely crush at this bull run, so I'd appreciate if you subscribe to my channel, smash that like button, and let's jump into it. Okay, I'm going to be covering some things in this video for you guys, and I want you to think about where you're at in your crypto portfolios right now. If you've just gotten started, if you haven't started yet, if you've been making a lot of gains over the last several months, if you've been watching some of my videos from early last year when we got into a lot of these projects when they were rock bottom prices. We got some volatile months ahead of us likely in this year, 2024. It's probably going to be a real volatile year, and we got the Bitcoin halving coming up. Typically around the Bitcoin halving, we've had some kind of correction. We've had a little bit of a correction recently with Bitcoin, and we might have a green month here in April, but typically May is a pretty red month for crypto, so we'll just kind of have to play it by ear and see how things go. But regardless of what happens here, I'm going to show you some things in this video that are pointing towards a massive bull run possibly coming up in the future here. Obviously, nothing is guaranteed, and I can't guarantee any of this. Nothing on my channel is financial advice, but I'm going to show you historical charts that basically show that we're in for a big run up in Bitcoin's price, well over $100,000 and into possibly $150,000 or more mark for Bitcoin. But I'm going to show you those charts in this video here, go over some different articles on what is pointing towards a massive bull run for us. So let's jump into it. All right, so Bitcoin currently at 67,000, regardless of where it's at now. Maybe it's higher or lower by the time this video comes out. Really doesn't matter. I think in the long term, things are going to be really green for Bitcoin towards the end of this year and into 2025. So if we got 2.6, almost 2.7 trillion market cap, we've been just kind of going steady over the last week or so here since we had that correction from 75,000. Now, we might see some very sideways action in Bitcoin, and we might even just start going slowly down from here. But April is typically a green month for crypto, so we might see a bit of a pump before that happens, and we get a big correction after the halving. Really don't know for sure because it's been a really strange market. We've never surpassed all-time high before the halving. That's never happened before. But I think what people are calling now is saying that we've kind of had a white swan event, which is like the opposite of a black swan event, where Bitcoin ETFs got approved and it artificially pumped the price of Bitcoin up early. And maybe now we come down and cool off from that before we take off into the actual bull run. So there are a few different theories out there. Like I said, they're just theories. Nobody has a crystal ball for sure, but there's definitely some things that we can look out for to kind of point us in the right direction. And what, the odds are showing us is that we could be heading into a big bull run here. All right, so we'll jump into the rainbow chart here. As you can see, we're just coming down from the green zone back into the light blue zone. And if we were to get up into, like the previous cycle here, we got up into the light green zone. But if we get up into this orange zone or even the yellow zone with Bitcoin, this bull run, which has always been typical. So it's a sign that we haven't gotten up into those zones yet, that we're still going to keep climbing up eventually over time. So if we look at that here, if we just get into like the top of the yellow zone here, so even by February of next year, if we were to get into the yellow zone here, that would put Bitcoin at around $213,000, somewhere in that range. And then around October of next year, that would put Bitcoin around $273,000. I don't necessarily think it'll get quite that high, but even if we get up into this green zone here, you're looking at $150,000 to $180,000 Bitcoin in the middle of next year or so. So that is a really high price compared to where we're at now. That's more than double of where we're at. So the potential for us to do that is definitely there. And if you think alts have been flying like crazy now, just wait until if we get up above the $100,000 mark with Bitcoin. Another thing here is, on these charts, we've had 4 green months in a row at the end of last year, and then we've had 3 green months so far here in 2024. This has never happened before. We've never had 7 months in a row of green. So if we get green closing here at the end of this month, right now we're at plus 10% for Bitcoin. If we keep doing this, and if we get a green month in April, that's going to be 8 months in a row that we've had green months. So I'm expecting us to get some red months here. So we've never gone up this many months in a row green with Bitcoin here. 2017 is the closest one out of that year. Basically, you know, that whole year we had, what, 3 red months and 9 green months for 2017. So it might be something similar to that. And even 2016, we had 4 red months and 8, green months for the year. So, you know, we might get something like that. 2023, we only had 3 red months. So 2023 was a pretty green year overall. And we'll have to see what 2024 does for us. But it's going to be real interesting. Might be something similar to like 2017 where we have, you know, several green months. But I'm expecting us to get, you know, some, you know, 2 or 3 red months in a row eventually here, just to kind of cool off a little bit. If we go to Plan B's X page here, he's got the Bitcoin market cycle chart on here. And as you can see right now, we're just coming into the red for the Bitcoin cycle. The bottom was the green area, and then accumulation was the blue zone, and now we're into the red. And if you look at the previous cycles here, all these red dots are several months of green candles for Bitcoin and moving up in price into the bull market. So typically we've had like, you know, 9, 10, sometimes 12 months in a row of green movement with Bitcoin. So we could get something like that, but as you can see here, we're just starting. We're in the 2nd month here in the red zone, so we might have, you know, 8, 9, 10 months of this yet. And then if we get a double top, we might see something like this where we come back down and then take off into the red for a little bit before we drop down into the bear market. But so far, everything is looking like we haven't hit the top yet and that we're going to keep going. That doesn't mean we won't get some kind of correction before that. Also, if we go to the global liquidity cycle here, the U.S. liquidity cycle, and this is the U.S. Treasury 2-year yield curve from 2005 to 2023. Now we're coming into 2024, but all these movements in liquidity going up here basically coincide with the Bitcoin bull cycles. And right now, as you can see, we're just getting started. We're still way down here, and we could come all the way up into here. And with Bitcoin already breaking its all-time high and us just being at the bottom of this, you know, we could see some crazy bull run action here. Now, that's not guaranteed, of course, but I'm just sharing with you guys what could possibly be happening here based off from the previous cycles. If that happens, you know, we could have some real opportunities to make some serious life-changing money out there. And what I'm trying to do on my channel is help guide you guys. I don't guarantee any of this. I can't tell you what the markets are going to do for sure, but I want to try to help people reach financial freedom. That's my goal. And I'm trying to get projects out to you guys that nobody's really starting to talk about yet. There's obviously a few YouTubers talking about some of these projects that I've covered recently, but not the big ones. You know, you're not Crypto Banter and Altcoin Daily and a bunch of the other ones out there that I cover on my channel. They're not covering a lot of these coins yet. So these are the ones that you want to get in before the big people are starting to, the big YouTubers are starting to talk about them. And I try not to talk about the ones so much that have already pumped a lot. I do talk about them to let you know what's going on with them, because obviously a lot of you are already invested in those. So you like to hear what's going on with those, and those do get more views. But I had somebody accusing me on my video the other day of shilling a project or trying to share a project just to get views. That video is one of my lowest views in the past year. So I'm not sharing these small projects that nobody's talking about just to get more views, okay? Nobody clicks on these videos because people want to hear about these ones that have already pumped 10x because they're FOMOing into them. Those are the ones that they're wanting to hear about, or they're already invested in them. I'm trying to share projects with you guys that people are not talking about yet because I want people to be aware of those. Those are the ones that have the potential to have some serious gains versus some of these that are already up 10, 20, 30x or so on them. So that's why I'm doing that. And I'm going to try to cover some more projects like that over the course of the next few months while we're getting ready to take off into this big bull cycle here. Obviously, I can't guarantee any of this, but I'm just trying to do the best I can to share useful information with you guys and get you decent projects. But I do have a project coming up this week. It's not finalized yet, but I'm working on a deal with a project that has some. They have some nodes that they're going to be giving us early access to, and I believe those are going to be going on sale on the 28th of this week. So I think that's either Thursday or Friday, if I remember correctly. I can just look quick. So that is on Thursday. So I'm going to try to get a video out for you guys over the next day or two here for that, hopefully, and I'll be able to get information on getting those nodes to you guys, because those nodes on these projects that are good could have some serious returns for you and get you into the project before they even launch. You know, you don't always have to get in through the pre-sales or the IDOs or the ICOs. You can sometimes get the nodes, which are generating tokens now, and then by the time the project launches, you've already earned a bunch of those tokens, and you'll get them when the project launches and be able to make a good amount of money on that, or at least get your initial investment back, hopefully, and then you're pretty much generating passive revenue on those coins from there. And we're just getting started, hopefully, in the bull run, so the price of the coins will typically go up dramatically from the launch price over the course of the bull run, and those nodes become extremely profitable later on in the bull cycle for you. So I'm going to try to get that project out to you, as well as a few others that I'm going to be covering on my channel this week, so watch out for those. And I try to be open and honest with you guys about projects that I'm already invested in. So you know, I don't intentionally hide anything from you guys. I got nothing to hide from you. I'm just a normal guy out here trying to become financially free like the rest of you. And that's the best part about my channel is I don't have the influence out there, let's say, to move these coins prices. So people accuse me of shilling coins. I don't have that kind of following. You need like hundreds of thousands of viewers or more to do something like that. I have a small channel. Eventually, if my channel grows to that point, I'll have to be careful about what I'm talking about, because it can move the prices of some of these coins. But as small as my channel is, I really don't have that kind of power yet. So, and I don't want that kind of power. I don't want that kind of influence. My goal is to help the average person out there succeed and become financially free, and that's what I've been trying to do since I started my channel last year. So that's pretty much what I got for this video, guys. Keep an eye out for my videos over the next few weeks and few months. I'll try to get some of these projects out to you guys. I'm trying to get into some of these projects early, where you guys will be able to get into like a pre-sale or IDO for some of these. I'm trying to work on some of that in the background. If I am able to do that for you guys, I will let you guys know and share the project with you. Hopefully I'll be able to do that over the course of the next few weeks or few months here for you guys. Otherwise, you know, I'll just share the ones that I'm aware of that are coming out, and hopefully you can get into them through the IDO or right when they launch or after they launch. So I'd appreciate it, guys, if you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit the like button. You guys can check out my Telegram. That is absolutely free. The link is in the description below and the pinned comment. If you're interested in getting into some of these projects through the ICO, I do have that available through my Discord, and you can get into my Discord through a Patreon membership. It's only $14.99 a month. So if you're interested in that, you can jump on my link for the Patreon and join that, and then you can get into a lot of these projects early before they launch through their ICOs, because I'm partnered with a VC firm that lets us get access to those. So that's pretty much what I got for this video, guys. I appreciate all of you, and we'll see you on the next video.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me.